LATD, once again, we are finally back in the studio with another edition of Saturday Morning Wrap Up. I tell you, we gotta get better. We gotta get more consistent because shit, we've been away for a minute. We probably haven't done one of these since what, January? February? Something like that.
Around
since
there.
the beginning of the year, really.
Yeah, we sorry.
But
yeah, we got vlogs on the channel.
Yes,
short
sir.
form content.
Oh yeah.
Shorts.
Yeah, we haven't been entirely away, but we're definitely getting back into, our bread and butter. One of my favorite segments on the podcast, of course. And for this one, we're going to be doing, sort of a month in review, just kind of recapping all the stuff that's gone on in hip hop over the last month or so, late February to about now. What is it today? April 4th?
April 4th.
So yeah, we're going to be going through some of the biggest stories in recent hip hop. And starting with that, we're going to go ahead and dive into it. So J. Cole, obviously the Fall Off review on the channel. Fall Off has been out for about a month or two now, something like that.
About a little over a month.
Yeah. I think it dropped actually probably January, February. Yeah.
Probably like early February.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like the 6th or something like that. So, yeah, Cole, he's doing his sort of media circuit. He's kind of making his rounds around like the podcast, hip hop space. So far, he's done Cameron, and I think Mace was there too. Yeah, Cameron and Mace. He did an interview with Nadeska. So, Cole's been outside, of course. And with that being said, he's not just necessarily reflecting on the album and everything, the process of making it, which is very interesting because he's revealed a lot of details regarding the Fall Off that we didn't necessarily know, that were maybe kind of just rumors that weren't really confirmed. And one of them actually that stuck out to me was, he actually said that initially the Fall Off was going to have Kendrick on it twice. Kendrick was supposed to be on it twice, and Drake was supposed to be on it too. And I think it would initially, based on what I heard, it was supposed to be just them three on the album. Like, those would be the only features, essentially. But obviously, the beef kind of fucked that up. Kind of damaged that beyond repair. Because, me personally, because of the fact that this was his last album, I expected that to a degree. Supposedly his last album. But, obviously the beef kind of messed everything up. So I guess some features got scrapped, whatever the case may be. Who knows? But what's your opinion on that? Just to start off.
As y'all can see from hearing that news, I'm a little pissed off. Not necessarily about the Drake thing. Drake can be on there. Drake can not be on there. My thoughts on Drake is just simple. I think he's a good artist. Yeah. I like some of his music. But you're not gonna hear. Well, you're gonna hear me bumping in the car sometime. But I'm not gonna be like the one that's like a big, huge Drake fan. But Kendrick and
Cole, that's such a missed opportunity because they haven't done anything together, like really rapped on a track together since like Black Friday.
Yeah, and I was about to say that
was like
too.
10 years ago when we were in high school. And remember, they were supposed to have a collab album at one point.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess the scheduling got mixed up and everything. So, yeah, as y'all can tell, I'm a little bit pissed.
He did Angie Martinez years ago in like 2018. And, regarding that project, I remember Cole saying that it would have been easier for them to do it back then. Because, by that point, they both probably, and this was 2018. So this was around the time Kendrick was getting ready to like disappear anyways.
Right.
And at that point, Kendrick and Cole and Drake were already like the biggest in their own respective careers. And then you got to take into account, labels and how that will work, like distribution and stuff like that, scheduling.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the biggest thing.
One thing I will say this about Kendrick and Cole, I'm glad that there wasn't no like beef there. It was always like a real friendly rivalry. It's more like Ken and Ryu rather than Akuma and Ryu, like it is with Drake, like it is with Drake and Kendrick. So that's one thing I'm glad about there. But I feel like I won't say it was a missed opportunity though. Like, well, maybe a little bit of a missed opportunity, but at the same time, I get it because this was in right after the heat with Kendrick and Drake, and then Cole being kind of like in the middle of it, but then backed out of it. Yeah. It's probably for the best that they weren't on the album overall.
I feel like that would have been a weird look, I guess.
Exactly. To have both of them on there. Him being like, oh, they're both my friends, and I love both of them. Woo-wop the wham.
It is funny you say that because the media, I watched Sean C's video the other day. Boy, Sean C, like, ripped into Cole.
Yeah.
He called him a fence sitter and this, that, basically a bitch ass nigga.
You know who says that same thing? Deleted and Lil Bill.
Hell yeah. Lil Bill say that about Cole too?
Well, he didn't call him a bitch ass nigga, but he called him
a fence sitter.
Something like that, yeah. Like he said Cole, I forgot exactly what he said, but it wasn't a lot of nice things about Cole, and I was a little disappointed because, you know, I'm a fan of Lil Bill. But the thing is,
FD Signify, shout out to him. He recently defended Cole not too long ago. He said y'all hate Cole for no reason, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people hate on Cole just because Cole isn't. I feel like just because he isn't like really in the limelight like that. Like he's just kind of doing his thing and going home. Yeah, literally. Like he even drives like a Honda Accord or something like that.
Something like that. Oh yeah. Another interesting thing that Cole was doing. I don't think we mentioned it in our review on the channel right now. Of course, he was doing that. I guess you could say tour, like the Honda Civic tour, where he was driving around all up and down like parts of the country and just signing people, you know, CDs, selling people CD fall off. Basically, doing a trunk store, kind of selling the fall off for like I think like $1.
Right.
And just meeting up with fans and just kind of taking it back to where it was how he started, essentially. Yeah. So it was kind of a full circle moment, which was mad cool. Because if you watch the videos, when he was in Atlanta, he stopped by the Dungeon family. Okay. Like they're like Rico Wade's house, like where
rest in peace,
where Andre and all of them would record. So that was a cool moment. And then later on, he was at the club. That's and Jid pulled up.
I think that's something that we should vlog about. Go to Atlanta for real.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, go around like hip hop history and stuff like that.
Exactly. But no, I and that's why I like Cole. Cole seemed like he's very down to earth and chill. Like he doesn't seem like he's trying too hard to be something he's not. Yeah. You know, kind of like how Drake has kind of been over the years. You know,
people get on Cole. They say Cole's a fence sitter, this, that, and the third. And
what is a fence sitter?
Basically, they're saying that he's trying to play both sides of the beef. He's still trying to be cool with Kendrick and be cool with Drake, but at the same time, he's saying, oh, well, you know, if I had entered the beef, I jumped off the porch, I would have whooped both them niggas' ass. And it's just kind of like...
I mean, there's some truth to that.
He said, because he said on that Port Antonio freestyle or whatever, like some months after the beef, he said that... He basically implied that I would have won the beef, but I would have lost my friends or something like that. At that point, nigga, just don't say anything. You already backed out. You already withdrew. Just don't say anything. That's why I say he should have never, ever even engaged in the beef at all. He should have just ignored it. He should have never even dropped 7-minute freestyle.
And with that being said,
7-minute drill.
I now I see why Lil Bill, shout out Lil Bill, said what he said about Cole on his video that he made like a little like the middle of March or something like that. Yeah, I see why he says that now that you told me that, because that is very like, come on, bruh. That's like
you talking outside your neck, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like how you gonna withdraw and then say, well, I mean, I would have won anyway. But you know
what that's like? That's like when shit. You know, like you were on the playground or whatnot, and you know, you basically say you about to fight somebody, right? You about to fight somebody, and you keep egging them on, and then when they finally hit back, you withdraw and you say, ready to run, "Oh well, you better be glad that they held me back, because you know, otherwise I would have really, you know, knocked your ass."
And then you look around and nobody's around them.
No,
everybody on your side.
literally, exactly that. Because another thing, not to cut you off,
you good.
One of the biggest things also that came from this is the fact that there's an argument that Cole was pretty much poking and prying at Kendrick for years. Like he was kind of throwing little subliminals and things like that.
Same thing with Kendrick to Cole.
Yeah, because if you go back on his song that he did with Yachty, him and Cole, they did that song with Yachty. It's called, what's that song? I've been listening to that thing for almost, 3 years now? Basically, he says studio steppers moving. What did he say? He said something like studio steppers moving extra, like on like the studio, something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said. Yeah, studio steppers moving extra on songs, faking rep, only breaking bad in the lap. Thought y'all was making meth. So studio steppers being like, you know, Kendrick essentially, the big stepper, things like that. And then even like people argue first person shooter was kind of like a dig at both of them, because we the big three, like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
Okay, yeah.
Love when they argue who's the best MC. Is it K. Dot, is it Aubrey or me? Basically, because the story goes that Drake sent Kendrick first person shooter first.
Okay.
So Drake tried to get him on it, but Kendrick ignored him. And so Cole ended up getting on it. But Cole wanted to shout them out like they're the big three. So people say that initially it was supposed to be them three on the song, but that's not necessarily true.
Right.
And Cole thinking that he was kind of bigging Kendrick up, but not really.
I think he kind of was at the same time.
Yeah.
I think Cole, okay, I'll be honest. Now that you saying all this, Cole ain't as innocent as I used to think he was.
and then not even a few weeks later, like, because this was on For All the Dogs, first person shooter, of course. And then Drake dropped the Scary Hours edition of it maybe like a month or so later, few weeks or a month later. And they got a song, really underrated song, by the way. Evil Ways, it's got Cole on it again. And Cole say, high up in arenas where they see they faves, a.k.a. me and Drizzy Drake, we the wave, leaving Kendrick out.
Yeah, nah.
Me and Drake playing Keep Away with the Crown. That's another thing he said.
Yeah, I think Cole think he's sneakier than he thinks.
And you could imagine Kendrick like, the fuck?
Yeah, like I rock with Cole.
I do. Cole. I love Cole too.
But I think, he gotta chill out, man, because it's like you leaving.
You throwing rocks in high in your hand.
Exactly. Thank you. Because that's just kind of dumb. Especially because you backed out, like we mentioned, you backed out of the thing,
out of a beef that you've been kind of poking at for a minute.
And kind of instigating it. Low key instigating.
Hell
just kind of.
Kendrick didn't say anything for years.
He was just kind of chilling. You call Kendrick and them your friend, but then you just kind of in the background, let's see what I can say about this. You know what I'm saying?
You already know Kendrick is thinking, Kendrick probably said, this nigga got one more time.
Facts.
And then when first person shooter came out, Kendrick said, oh yeah, so.
yeah, because it's like, dog, leave it alone, bro. You done made your history, your moment in history in hip hop, bro.
Just let you
a part of the big three. I don't care what anybody says.
You always are gonna have that as your legacy. That's a legacy that most people in music in general will never have.
But I think but at the same time, I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make it out to be, because this is kind of what hip hop is.
Yeah,
people gonna throw rocks and hide their hand. That's just natural.
Subliminals, yeah.
But I think
people sub each other all the time in hip hop.
Exactly. But do you think that when Cole does it though, do you think that he's trying to act like he's not doing anything wrong?
I think so.
Yeah, just kind of like saying this, that, and the third. Oh, but nah, I don't really do nothing like that. I'm just. But then you see evidence that he's doing it.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. I love Cole, but it's like you kind of playing both sides, because it's like, if you really are about that, because Cole said over and over again for like a 3-4 year run feature wise, oh yeah, I smoke any rapper, I'll this, that, and he said, even back to Middle Child, if I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout. It won't be for fame. It won't be because my shade selling the same. Yeah. And so as soon as you've been throwing these shots, and then the person that you've been throwing the shots at jumps off the porch, you say, oh, I ain't mean it like that, my nigga. Nigga, we all good.
Yeah, okay.
But even then, Kendrick went easy on Cole, even throughout the whole beef, which means that I think Kendrick and Cole probably do still have a good relationship. They probably are still cool with each other, but in the same breath, it's kind of like Kendrick's probably like, the hell is this all about? Because Cole even said on I think it was Mace. I think it was on Mace still, where he said, or Cameron and Mace. He said that he's had conversations with both of them since the beef happened. So he's still on speaking terms with them to a degree, but he said it hasn't been like that for real. Like, they haven't been in communication, like texting like that. Like, they probably were before. And he even said that sometimes he'd be feeling like, damn, I kind of do want to reach out, but, he doesn't know where they're at. Which, to be fair, I mean, shit, I wouldn't know where I'm at with you either.
Yeah,
because you gotta think, Cole got on stage and did all of this stuff with Drake. He went on a tour with Drake and performed that song for hundreds of thousands of people to hear. Basically, kind of like Lil Bro and Kendrick. That's essentially what he did.
I'll put it like
but then in the same breath, he shot at Kendrick. And that's fan sitting. If I'm being real with you, I love Cole, but it is what it is.
Yeah, It's breaking my heart, man. I ain't about to lie. It's breaking my heart a little bit.
I love Cole.
I used to be one of the Cole's biggest defenders out here.
But it's like you can't really defend this.
Yeah. Because it's getting to a point where it's,
Yeah, what can you do? But, I mean, anything else you got to say on this? Or, I mean, the fall off's still great. Still love
definitely. It's just...
He's still an all-time great. He's still a legend.
But, yeah, I'm just like, Cole
do too much talking. If you just like, not say nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong with sitting on the fence. But just don't say shit.
Facts.
Just sit on this, let them do what they do and just enjoy the popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with being cool with both of them. At all. Just don't say nothing. Facts. Leave shit alone.
I'm trying to tell you exactly.
Breaking my heart, man.
But yeah, in conclusion, I say still love Cole. I'm always gonna be excited 100%. For what Cole do. But nigga, just
leave shit alone.
Just let it go. Yeah. Nigga, you
lost
by not playing.
On to the next topic.
Facts, man. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, this is a topic, a couple of weeks old, but I kind of wanted to throw it in there, just kind of add our 2 cents on it. 50 Cent and T.I.
50. You mind if I go first, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
50, I love your brother. God bless you. One of my favorite rappers of all time, more or less. But you gotta chill out, dog. Like, I don't get why he be doing this.
He's always in somebody nosy.
He's 50, always in people's business.
Like that auntie at the cookout, always gossiping and, did you hear about so and so and this? 50 be sipping more tea than anybody at 50 years old. And full disclosure, I never.
Truth be told, aunties be older doing that, and they older than that.
Yeah,
so
facts.
That's around the age where they start doing it for real. Aunties start doing that.
Hell yeah.
But you ain't wrong, because it's like, bro, like, why are you always instigating shit? Just leave shit alone.
He's always talking about somebody, and full disclosure, I was never the biggest 50 Cent fan. I couldn't stand 50 for years because I always thought 50 was just, this nigga always talking shit about people, and he's made his brand off of being petty and things like that. But I ain't gonna act like 50 ain't funny though.
Yeah, 50 is definitely
funny.
Yeah, 50 got personality for sure. Like I said, I do like 50. Don't get me wrong.
More or less, yeah.
More or less. But I like when he like him as a businessman doing the vitamin water stuff. Like if it's just little light-hearted, playful shit, like it was with Power and Snowfall, because DeAndre Bond's on Snowfall and him, being the like kind of the face of Power at this point.
Yeah.
Well, really always, but anyway, it's in the main like contributor around Power. That's cool. Like that's fine. But the thing is with 50, and I get it, if he wants to like troll his enemies, okay, I still wouldn't do that, but okay, because there was even another point where he was trolling Michael K. Williams, rest in peace, who's famous for playing Omar on The Wire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Wire, you feel me? But he was known for even doing that. And then that's where I draw the line with that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you getting into all these people's personal mess, like with T.I. with his son.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that King is still kind of like, I think he's like what, 20 or something like that.
21 or something like
21
that.
21 to 22. He's much younger than us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And if he got an issue with his pops, that's his problem. That's his shit to deal with. Like all that instigating, all that poking or prodding just to do it. Like that's annoying.
Yeah.
Now, if it's somebody you genuinely don't like, that's still annoying. And I wouldn't do that, but at the same time, I would understand that more.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I feel like this whole situation has been completely unnecessary, because like basically what it was is that 50 and T.I. was supposed to do a versus, right? They were supposed to do, the versus battle, whatever the case may be, but 50, he never agreed to it, or he agreed, but then he backed out of it. And then T.I. was getting ready to go on his promo run for his last album, and then 50 started talking. And then, something like that. 50 started talking, and then he posted Tiny in an unflattering light.
Yeah.
And that has people questioning whether or not 50 finally gone too far, because this woman has literally done nothing for you to bring her into it when that's his wife. Like, that has nothing to do with nothing. You backed out of it. Exactly.
Yeah, like I really do hate to say it, but that's a coward move.
Yeah.
Like I don't never understand. He's a grown ass man doing this.
50 plus years old, still acting like this, like a teenager. But what I will say, I don't like King. I've never liked this nigga. I hate King Harris. But what I will say, I give him credit where it's due. Because King, he jumped in. All stood the men in that family defended that woman.
Right.
She didn't even have to say a thing.
And that's why.
And I can't remember T.I. one son name. That nigga killed 50. Yeah, he had that disc called Miss Jackson.
Damani,
yeah. Mm-hmm. That nigga.
Damani can rap.
Yeah, for sure. He folded 50.
Yeah.
He killed 50.
That's another thing.
And 50 ain't never respond on wax. Right. 50 can't rap like that.
Not at all. Like I always did love 50's music to a degree. Like his little hits here and there, and I like his movie and Power. But
yeah, for sure.
Other than that, I never really thought 50 was that good of a rapper. That's why I said I never thought so. Like he was never like he had good music, but he was never that. That's good why of a rapper. I'm saying
he was a good he was a great artist, but he's never been a great rapper.
He's kind of like Playboy Cardi before Playboy Cardi. Like he has good. Shut up. He has good music, but he ain't really that good of a rapper. Like, he ain't never really been upper echelon as far as lyricism and skill.
Oh, definitely.
Like everybody else. But he got bangers, though.
Yeah.
He got bangers for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, that's why I say that.
I agree with that.
But also, it's kind of get on your nerves, too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, but, I mean, my opinion is I think 50 just, nigga, at some point, you got to grow up.
Yeah.
You are 50 plus years old and you still gossiping on the timeline. Like, you know, petty enough to like obviously the Diddy thing that was funny.
That was funny. And like, he deserved that. Yeah. Diddy deserves that.
But what did T.I. do to you?
Right, exactly. Like
what did Tiny do to you?
Like that's a coward move. Like I said, and going back to King, like I'm not a huge fan of King Harris. Like to be told, I really don't care too much about him.
I don't care for King at all.
Not that I really hate him or anything like that. It ain't like I follow everything he do.
Yeah.
It's just, but the little that I have seen, like him get involved with his dad, like that one at the Atlanta game, talking about how he gangster and everything.
I stand on business.
I'm like, nigga, no, you don't.
I stand on straight business.
You wouldn't stand on business if you were in the middle of construction, bro.
T.I., boy, I think T.I. had him in a headlock and took the camera and said, boy, you can't do shit to me.
That's exactly what he did. But King standing up for his mom like that and standing up for his dad, I give him credit for that. Because at the end of the day, all King is really just, at least for right now, I ain't gonna say all he is, but right now, he's really just kind of a dumb kid who grew up kind of spoiled.
Yeah.
Like he ain't like I think he'll grow up. Cause Damani ain't like that. Damani younger than us.
Exactly.
They pretty much around the same age. And I watched T.I. and Tiny growing up. I love that show, by the way, cause it ain't really too much drama filled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Damani pretty much younger than us, and Damani's a pretty mature dude. King got time to grow and really mature and everything. Cause he's just kind of being. I think
Damani's around our age, isn't it? Or a little bit older.
Maybe a little bit older, around our age. I thought he was much younger than us for some reason, but like I said, King is really just kind of just a dumbass kid. Because really, even when you 20, 21, 22, or 18, 19, people like to say that, oh, you're considered an adult, but you ain't no damn adult.
Nah,
you pretty much you just another dumbass kid going through life.
Yeah, pretty much. You know trying to learn, yeah.
Exactly. Trying to learn. You know, you don't really become a fully adult until you like 25, 26.
I agree with that.
But it's a shame. But
even then, you still learning.
But the thing is, even with that being said, 50 is doing what King is doing.
Exactly.
And he's fifth over 50.
Yeah.
His name and his age match.
I think it's past now because I think 50 just turned 51.
So he 51 Cent?
Yeah.
Like, so my thing is like 50 is acting King's age, and he's been doing that ever since he's been no, I can't say that, but ever since he's like really
been in the spotlight.
Like
that.
Exactly.
Had issues with Ja Rule, had issues with everybody, had issues with Jay-Z.
But the thing is, to shout out the rapper Mace, I think he said something akin to he don't do this with nobody else.
Yeah,
he only does it with us. Like because if you would do that to M, well, I mean, of course, him and M are cool. But if let's just
M is one of his best friends,
right? Yeah. So let's just make a hypothetical situation. If you were to do that with a rapper to M's caliber,
yeah.
That's another thing. He don't really do it to other rappers that are better than him either. He only does it to people like Ja Rule or like T.I. or like Diddy.
No, he's definitely gone at Jay-Z before. He definitely talked about Jay. But Jay been ignoring him for about 30 years.
Well, that's because Jay already sees like 50 how we see King.
Yeah,
Just kind of just another dumbass kid.
That's true.
And then I think in 50 is a millionaire while Jay-Z's a billionaire.
Yeah, multi-billionaire at this point.
So there you go. That's one reason right there. But if you were to, do you think he would come at Kendrick like that? Yeah.
Hell no. Well, actually, I 50 did side with Drake in the beef, though.
Yeah.
I think 50 and Kendrick don't really care too much for each other either, at least from what I see.
And the messed up part about it, 50's own son don't even care about him like that.
No, for sure.
But I don't think that's mainly, but I don't even think that's because of...
Yeah, Marquise, them two not fool with each other.
Yeah, but I think that's more of like, that ain't because of him not liking his father for the reasons we don't really care for him, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, that would be more personal.
I agree with that.
But with all that being said, man, that's just what I think about 50 personally. What you got?
That's all I pretty much had. I pretty much had the same opinion of 50 for years now. You know, he can be funny, but he get on my nerves.
Yeah, I got like I said, I got much respect for 50 as like a businessman,
100%.
But as like a person, I'm
as a man, he just never grew up. Like it's like nigga, like. Why are you still trying to beef?
Yeah, he's the type of niggas that you just really just gotta ignore. The less
gotta ignore him.
Like the less attention you give them, the more they lose their power.
Facts, exactly, literally.
I dealt with that.
Yeah,
over the years. But anyway, let's keep going.
All right, for sure. Definitely got to touch on this because you know this is very interesting. No, that's for the end. That's the last thing we're gonna talk about. All right, we got two more. We got two more topics to discuss. Okay, yeah, Kanye, you know, Kanye West, yay, whatever you want to call him, jackass,
bitch,
you know, among many things. My favorite artist of all time.
He ain't no bitch.
Kanye just dropped his long-awaited 12th album, Bully, that he announced in like 2024. So true to Kanye, his nature, delayed the album 1,000 years. It's finally here, and to be real with you, I enjoy it as a long-time diehard Kanye fan. I think it's a return to form. It's definitely one of the best things he's dropped probably in the last 6-7 years, in my opinion. The song with Travis' father, that's a good one. I ain't gonna hold you. I was listening. I was blasting that on the way here. I had that on repeat. So, you know, that's all well and good. But what I really want to touch on is the fact that he managed somehow, despite all the controversy, we don't need to go down the list because it is a long list. Despite all the controversies, you know, him losing branding, him losing sponsorships, endorsement deals, whatever the case may be, Kanye somehow managed to perform 2 back-to-back sold-out shows at SoFi, the stadium in LA, which that's no small feat.
Not at all.
Especially considering everything that he has said and done. Because obviously, you know, he recently went on an apology tour, whatever the case may be, apologizing for his erratic behavior over the years, attributing it to an undiagnosed brain injury from the accident all the way back in 2002 or so, which ironically is what started his career because, you know, Through the Wire was the inspiration for that. But yeah, no, it seemed like, for now at least, he's trying to get back on the right track now, obviously. I'll believe it when I see it because this is the first time that he has done something and then retracted and then gone back and eventually jumped off the porch and done, you know, his typical Kanye shit. But with that being said, yeah, what do you think of the fact that he was able to pull in that kind of audience and basically be platformed and legitimized like that again? I mean,
and who did he perform with again?
Oh no, this is crazy. He performed with Travis Scott. But that's kind of, I mean, because Travis is like basically like his brother at this point, like his little brother. Like Travis literally owes a ton of his career and his early exposure to Kanye, and funny enough, T.I. too, but he don't talk about that like that. So Travis, definitely, that's to be expected. Travis has pretty much stood by Ye through everything, which, you know, kind of makes sense because he wouldn't be who he is today without Trav.
But that's true. But who else?
Lauryn Hill.
Of all people.
Lauryn Hill, yeah.
Of all people. You go ahead, bro. I'll let you take this.
And see, this is why I say that it's just kind of interesting that Kanye has managed to kind of be almost reintegrated and kind of given a pass despite all of everything that he said and done. Because Lauryn Hill, to be able to bring her out, and he brought Don Toliver out the night before last, because the second night was last night. He brought Don Toliver out for the first one. So really, it's like the fact that he has really been able to reintegrate and kind of get some of his old exposure back, because this is his first time performing in the States in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a long time. So it's like, do you think this signals an actual like redemption in the mainstream and him basically getting back some of his old stature that he lost before the controversies?
With which communities?
Just in general.
Yeah, it's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start. I don't think it's going to be exactly the same as it was. Of course
Definitely not.
But I think this is a start to a new
era.
To a new era and a redemption arc to it.
Hopefully, yeah.
Like atonement. Hopefully, like you said. And Lauryn Hill performing with him of all people, that could be an indication of that.
Yeah, for sure.
But but in the black community though, he kind of may have done a little too much.
Yeah.
At this point,
maybe I think so. Cause we pretty much been done with this nigga since by 2022.
Right. There's like this
is after he survived the slavery as a choice thing.
Right. And this is like two of the black community either fall in these two categories. One side that absolutely dislikes him and feels betrayed, and the other people that's kind of like, well, he's just being a clown. Yeah. I kind of fall on him just being a clown type of person. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe there's a third type too. But I think I'm really fall into this third type that's like, I think he needs help. Just overall. Because apparently he has like bipolar disorder or something like that? Yeah. And he has a bunch of like mental health, not a bunch, but he has some mental health issues that he needs help with. Like for a long time for me, I kind of refused to believe that this is how he truly feels about his own people, no less, you know? And that this is just kind of like the power and the money kind of getting to his head. Mm-hmm. So maybe he just needs time to just chill out, relax, get his head right. Yeah. So I'm kind of like in that range, but I don't blame people for kind of treating him the way that they have, because he has done and said a lot throughout the years.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been a ton. And you know me, I was the biggest Kanye fan you meet. Shit, I've hardly spoken about him for years now. Yeah. Compared to the back in the day, for sure.
Yeah, all the praises.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Kanye fan too. Like I'm at least a Kanye fan.
I'm at a point where I just want to see him just get himself back right, you know?
Right, I agree. Like I wasn't the biggest Kanye fan, but a lot of his music, especially in Graduation, did resonate with me growing up. Yeah. So that's why I'm a fan of him the way that I am, especially with those first 3 projects that he made. But after that,
the first 6, 7
for you.
Shit, really the first 8, matter of fact. The first 8 solo albums, I promise you, I know at least 3 of them, 3 songs word for word on each project. Now, Jesus is King is shaky, but Kids See Ghosts, oh, believe me. I know that. But yeah, no, with that being said, at this point, we'll see. I've been a Kanye fan for 10 years, so I've been through pretty much everything. Like the worst of the worst that he's been controversy-wise. So at this point, I ain't holding my breath, but I still want to see him at least get back to at least some semblance of who he was as the artist that we knew and loved. You know, because at the end of the day, this is somebody who, in my opinion, is still one of the greatest artists ever in music. Talent-wise and just overall body of work-wise and just influence and legacy-wise. There's not too many Kanyes in any genre. So I still want to see him at least. But even aside from the music, I just want to see him, if he just has to retire, just chill out. Just focus on being the best you can be and just healing. Like, that's what I want to see from him at this point. But that's pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, we got one more topic. And this is the one I've been waiting to talk about the most. Just happened this week. Just in, Pooh Shiesty is going back home.
Oh, the Memphis.
And when I say home, Memphis, no shit. When I say Memphis, when I say home, not Memphis, not coming home, being free. It's going back to jail. Pooh Shiesty was just recently arrested on charges of kidnapping, assault, and burglary. Well, not burglary, matter of fact,
Robbery.
By none other than Gucci Mane, his own label head. So apparently, story just broke. This actually happened in January. Pooh Shiesty, his best friend Big 30, another prominent rapper from Memphis, and his own dad conspired to rob Gucci Mane and to force him out of his contract by signing a release form.
So Pooh, Big 30, and who?
His dad, nigga.
I'm looking this up, bro.
No, for real. Because, hey, when I first saw this, I was like, there is no way. Because, mind you, Shiesty hasn't even been out of jail that long. Shiesty came home in, like, October. He dropped FDO, which FDO been fire. I ain't going to lie. FDO definitely has some quotables in it.
Word. His dad?
Yes. Yes. But if you listen to FDO, and I've been saying this for weeks.
Oh, man.
You listen to that song, he didn't learn a single thing sitting down in stir for all them years. First thing he said was, first day out, bitch, fuck the feds. You knew what he was on. My grandma told me keep my grass low the whole time I'm the snake. And he lived up to his name. Nigga, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. It started off, this is what he did. He asked for a meeting in Dallas, right? He called Gucci and asked to meet in his studio. They barricaded him in his studio, in his office, and held this man at gunpoint. Stole his jewelry, but it gets better. Not only did they steal the jewelry, you know what they did with it?
What they do?
They was flexing on Instagram with it. Mind you, Shiesty is not even all the way free. He is in a halfway house. He wasn't even all the way free. Halfway house. What are we doing here? As in, he's never left full surveillance from the feds. This nigga wanted to go back home, if you ask me. Because what are you doing? I'm going to go ahead and let you have the floor. Go ahead.
Well, what can you say, man? Like it's in his name.
Yeah.
Shiesty.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't really. He did that with his dad.
Yeah.
Junior and senior
on FDO, you know he said my dad was my first CEO.
Shit.
As in his first co-defendant. My first COD, something like that.
Yeah. So, okay. So, but all jokes aside, man, this was probably one of the dumbest things that this is the dumbest thing that somebody has ever. This is one of the dumbest things I ever heard somebody do.
In hip hop, especially.
Because it's like you out of jail in a halfway house, so you got to be back at a certain time. You rob Gucci Mane, kidnap the man. Just so you can get out of your contract?
Yeah.
You couldn't just ask? No. Well, because, contracts.
He couldn't just set up. At that point, you set up a business meeting. Why not just sit down and conduct actual business?
Yeah, pick up a lawyer. You got the money and time to do it. And just say you want out your contract?
Yeah.
Shiesty, what Pooh Shiesty, sir, Shiesty Pooh Shiesty, whatever your name is, bruh. Why? Like, I don't get that whatsoever, bruh. I don't get it. It's not really too much to say, but I guess I'm gonna say it anyway. That's dumb shit.
Stupid.
That's like you make millions a daily.
And what you gotta also think is that most rappers that come up out of jail after 5 years and, they drop a song, most of the time their career is dead on arrival because most of the time people have moved on. Shiesty came home and the first song he dropped was a hit. That song was at the top of the Apple charts. And not even just in rap, just in general.
Yeah.
Nigga, he just bought a Maybach.
Yeah, like
a Maybach Benz.
So now he ready to go all the way back home, to wherever the prison is just to.
Somebody said that he did 5 years and came home and spent 5 minutes with us.
Yeah, low key, yeah. To be honest, I didn't even know he was in jail for all that long.
He didn't even make 6 months. And what's crazy, like I told you, all of it has been captured on footage.
And you know who trolling him right now? Not who trolling Gucci right now? Take a wild guess.
You already know. Of course it is. That same nigga we was just talking about.
Exactly. So it's like I'm like. You just setting yourself up at this point.
But one thing I will say, I think it's dumb that you've got people who are like, oh, well, you know, how did they find out? I know Guwap ain't snitch. This nigga, he is 46 years old, been out of the streets for over a decade with a family, a wife, and a business to run. If you threaten me...
Talking Gucci?
So if you threaten me and threaten to take all of that away from me, and I know you still out free... I'm going to make sure I'm going to see to it that you never see the sunlight from outside of a jail cell again. Because that don't make no sense.
I know, Gucci, man, he ain't going to snitch like that.
Gucci ain't going to snitch.
I'm like, dog.
This is not Gucci in the 2000s.
Yeah, and that's like, that's the whole thing with snitch culture. Like, if you still actively in the streets, oh yeah, definitely, don't snitch.
Yeah, that's one thing.
That's one thing. But it's like, this dude Gucci is already, like you mentioned, he's already out the streets like that.
Been removed from the streets.
Got children, got a whole wife and everything, and he's a family man at this point. He a dad with the apron on, cooking hot dogs and hamburgers and ribs in the backyard, bro. Like so if he gonna snitch, he gonna snitch. That's why it's kind of like the John.
He's a civilian at this point.
It's kind of like the John Wick situation. Now, if y'all seen John Wick, y'all know what I'm talking about. Person who breaks into his house, kills his dog, and who's an affiliate of somebody he already knows. And knows how to find that person, I don't blame him. I'm going to go find that person too. I'm going to go figure out what happened.
Exactly.
Like I'm just, and people going to call him stupid for that? Or say that he a punk for that? I'm like, nah, bro, he ain't no punk at all.
Facts.
No, because if this was you, it wouldn't matter. You would go find that person too. You mean to tell me you going to go look for Pooh Shiesty if this was you? You wouldn't go find, you would go look for him yourself and not get the police involved.
Exactly.
For Pooh Shiesty of all people. Now this nigga may be stupid, but I still believe him that he's crazy.
Oh, he's definitely crazy.
Like my thing is, and I'm not trying to be like an elitist or anything like that, but you know how Snoop Dogg said on not Hood Politics on Kendrick's album. Yeah. You can take the homie out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homie.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty is this to a T.
Perfect example of that.
And it's like, and for the people out there that's saying that, oh, nah, he ain't gonna, Gucci Mane ain't gonna snitch. He a bitch if he do. He a punk. You go let somebody break into your house.
Exactly.
You see somebody break into your house who you know is from the streets. You go find them and go take them down yourself.
Facts.
Pause.
No, facts. But with that being said, it's a shame when you think about it because it's like, we always talk about how we need to leave this street stuff alone. This street stuff ain't worth it. This street stuff, this, that, and the third. So you see somebody actually do that and move on for the better and set an example. And now y'all are mad with him for that?
Right.
What's he supposed to do?
But with that being said, that's why a lot of when it comes to street culture, that's somewhat the saddest part about it.
Yeah.
Is because all these people, people in the streets know. No. Yeah, that's all they've ever grown up knowing. That's all they've ever been molded around. So I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm better than them because I didn't do what they do and I had a better education and I did this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I'm not gonna be like that. But at the same time, you can't be mad at Gucci Mane for being better than what he was before.
Exactly. He overcame what he was.
Exactly. And y'all and
he took his opportunity serious. He did what he was supposed to do.
And to be honest, real people that are really from the streets really don't want to even really be there. Yeah. If we being honest. Like a lot of people are just products of their environment. And I don't blame the environment for that. I blame the people running the environments for that.
Yeah.
But that's just old story for another day. But yeah, bro, you can't be mad at Gucci for that. Nobody can be mad at Gucci for that.
Exactly.
Nobody can be mad at any rapper who came from the streets like that. People were mad at Kendrick for that.
Yeah.
People were mad at Cole for that. People weren't mad at Drake for that. People were more mad at Drake acting for like he was from the streets than anything. Sure. So it's like that's the kind of the sad part about street culture in general. Like it's like either you with us or you not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's at least just how it seemed. Like I said, I'm not gonna act like I know everything about the streets at all because I ain't never. The only thing I know from the streets is from The Wire. So and Snowfall and Power and everything.
Like that
so y'all tell us how it is, man. For real. I'm not going to assume anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you grow up in your environment, and you sometimes you become a product of that environment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like I said, not to get on them too much, but don't expect people to don't want people to do better, and then be mad that they do.
Exactly.
Is what I'm saying.
Exactly. I agree. I don't really have anything else to add to it. Shiesty Dome, he back where he belongs.
Yeah.
Somebody said that there was somebody in there he was missing.
Yeah, like they don't even realize, like, bro, I'm in jail. I get 3 square meals a day.
Yep, exactly.
I get hamburgers and hot dogs. They may not taste that good, but they gotta get hamburgers and hot dogs and that shit.
He's thinking different. He's playing 4D chess. He's thinking in a way we just can't understand.
They go to 4D chess, like, or 0.0004D chess.
Nah, facts.
But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say.
That's pretty much all I have to say on this. Yeah, look forward to more Saturday morning wrap ups for sure. Definitely, we 100% got to get back into it. Also, I noticed that obviously, y'all probably figured, DJ wasn't here with us, but don't worry, he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
For this summer coming up, really, we got a lot of content. We got a lot of stuff coming your way, so stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for more vlogs, more short form content, rapper reviews, movie reviews.
Yes, sir.
Boy, can't wait for Spider-Man. I'm going to just say that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but with that being said, man, I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
We're LATD. We got more videos coming. God bless y'all. Peace. Look at the details.